It's 10:47 p.m. You're lying in bed, the glow of your phone is the only light in the room, and you're just checking one thing before you go to sleep. Suddenly you see it, a gadget or a pair of sneakers you didn't even know existed 30 seconds ago, but now your brain is convinced you need them. There's a little timer counting down, only 2 left in stock, and your heart rate actually goes up a bit. You hit buy now with Face ID, and it's done. No friction, no thinking, just a quick hit of dopamine. Then 2 days later, the package arrives and you find yourself asking, wait, why did I actually buy this? If that sounds like a scene from a movie you've lived 100 times, you aren't alone. This is what I call death by 1,000 little swipes, and it's the primary reason many of us feel like our paychecks disappear into thin air. But today, I want to show you how to break that cycle forever using a system I call the 48-hour gap. Most people think impulse buying is a character flaw or a lack of self-control, but that's actually not the truth. The reality is that the entire modern shopping experience is engineered to bypass your logic and go straight for your ancient survival instincts. Thousands of years ago, when our ancestors saw something valuable, the correct move was to grab it immediately before it was gone. Your brain still runs that exact same software, except today, the valuable thing is a $49 pair of earbuds. Retailers use scarcity and convenience to trigger loss aversion, the feeling that losing out on a deal hurts twice as much as the joy of getting it. And here is the real kicker. Research shows that the dopamine hit doesn't actually come from owning the item. It comes from the anticipation of the purchase. You aren't buying a product. You're buying a momentary feeling of escape or reward. So how do we fix this? We use the 48-hour gap. The rule is incredibly simple. If you want to buy something you didn't plan for, you have to wait exactly 48 hours before hitting that button. This delay is the ultimate reset button for your brain. Studies show that over 70% of impulse desires completely collapse after just a 24-hour delay. By pushing it to 48 hours, you're ensuring that the emotional bakery smell of that purchase has totally faded, allowing your logical brain to take the wheel again. To make this work, you need to use a want list. Instead of adding things to your cart, you add them to a simple note on your phone. Write down what it is, how much it costs, and why you want it. When you come back 48 hours later, you'll usually find yourself laughing at why you even wanted it in the first place. Think about a guy like Marcus, a 28-year-old engineer who earns nearly $100,000 but feels broke because he never protected the gap between his income and his spending. Marcus wasn't making huge, irresponsible buys. He was just losing $40 here and $60 there. If Marcus simply eliminated those random $40 purchases 3 times a week, he'd save over $6,200 a year. Invested at an 8% return, that becomes over $285,000 in 20 years. That is the ruthless math of financial freedom. The final piece of this puzzle is environment design. You have to make overspending difficult again. Go into your phone right now and remove your saved credit cards from your favorite shopping apps and turn off those flash sale notifications. By adding that tiny bit of friction, making yourself actually get up and find your wallet, you give your brain the time it needs to ask the only question that matters. Do I actually value this, or am I just bored? My challenge for you today is this. For the next 7 days, don't buy a single non-essential item without putting it through the 48-hour gap first. I want you to head down to the comments and tell me the most random, useless thing you've ever bought on an impulse. We've all been there, and talking about it helps break the spell. If you want more strategies on how to build a life that is quietly wealthy and structurally sound, hit that subscribe button. Remember, wealth isn't built with one giant leap. It's built by protecting the small gaps, one decision at a time.